everyone, as um, OBS has been a dick, like always, so that's pretty epic. I have to do all of this. I can't spell. Okay. Is it all good? I fucking hate you. Don't even, like, oh my god. I think I need to have this open this whole time because this thing's just a dick. I hate this so much. I can't spell. Gonna keep clicking to see if that works. Probably doesn't, but I don't really care. Let me just go to my Twitch and see if the names have been updated. I fucking hate this. I don't understand why it's so bad. Oh god, that is not what I wanted. Is it because there's oh is I think it's a title. Oh, I think that makes more sense now. Okay. So if I just delete all of that, and if I update it. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, got it. Just because I have okay, that makes no sense. I'm gonna turn on my fan before I get this started. Alright. Okay, let's get this started now. Hello, this is Motorsport Weekly News. The second installment on this episode series news thing. I don't know what this is, but hang on. So I just want to start with versus F1. It's not real. Okay, it's not on the website for F1, but on an Instagram post. Actually, I think I have it on my phone. I actually need to check this. Um. Oh no, I know where it is. Okay, let me just quickly get this up very, very quickly. And so from an Instagram account called Formula One, Formula News Live, which I do recommend you following, says Renault is preparing a protest against Racing Point. So Renault is preparing a formal complaint to the FIA against the similarities between the Racing Point RP20 and the Mercedes W10. Renault plans to present a protest against Racing Point before the Australian Grand Prix, as they claim that it isn't allowed to get aerodynamic parts from from other teams. And they think that they have done this with the RP20. Andy Green defends himself. So this is the Racing Point. I think the engineer. I can't remember. He defended himself as saying, "We built our car ourselves. Mercedes didn't help us. Should we look at the best car or the slowest car? What we have done is not new. Taking the concept of other teams and implementing it ourselves have been in Formula One from the beginning. Teams have done that and will continue to do so. People people take concepts and make them their own." The team also states that they have exceeded their expectations and are now ahead of Ferrari. But people aren't really talking about Haas being super similar to Ferrari. No one has thought of that, have they? This is my thing. Yes, it's similar, but I don't know about the protest, but hey. Next one, which think was I think it was like on the news or something, but Ricardo wants to make it work for Renault. Um, so, of course, if I go here, let me see. Supercars and why I'm talking about blah, 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 blah. So he says, he quoted, I quote, "I really want to make this work, and obviously the step to that is gain more out of this year than we did last year." So he really wants to actually make Renault work and all of that stuff. So he rather just stick with Renault, hopefully that'll work, and then leave if it does work. If it doesn't work, then he'll probably stay, but I don't know. Next is testing of F1. So this will actually be I think that's it. This is literally just it now. I think it's FP3. Okay. So I guess okay. Let's just go by days. So day one of week two. Here are the results. Robert Victor, I still don't know how you say his last name, actually tops practice, or practice test. It was Max Verstappen second, and Sergio Perez, Daniel Kvyat, Pierre Gasly, both of the AlphaTauris did really well. Alexander Albon, Lewis Hamilton, Lance Stroll, Valtteri Bottas, Sebastian Vettel outside top 10, and then there's the others. So Ricardo, Sainz, Leclerc, Latifi, Russell, Grosjean, Norris, Raikkonen, and Ocon. He's apparently 4 seconds behind. I think also, yeah, Verstappen spun. I think also Vettel spun. Can't remember what else. Day two, it was topped by Sebastian Vettel, with Pierre Gasly second, Lance Stroll, Nicholas Latifi, Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon, Kevin Magnussen, Alexander Albon runs up top 10, and Daniel Ricciardo, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Lewis Hamilton. He actually had a problem with the power, with the Mercedes power unit. As for day three, as testing is now done, now Valtteri Bottas, Max Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc. Hang on, I need to check if my thing. Okay, it's all good. Um, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Esteban Ocon, Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz, George Russell, and Daniel Kvyat rounds up top 10. Then Roman Grosjean, Kimi Raikkonen, Kevin Magnussen, and Alexander Albon rounds up um, day three, um, and testing as a whole. So now we have to wait until 2 weeks until FP1 in Australia goes on the way. Is it good? Okay, finally. Okay. Alright, this is also when I'm actually going to going to first talk about F2. Um, ALT, okay, ALT. Well, can we join in Renault? Okay, that's new. Do you know about that? Okay, so these are the teams and drivers. So, well, Dan's got Sean Galau and Daniel Tickton. For University Racing, we have Guang Yu Zhou and Callum Ilott. At LT Grand GP, we have Marcus Armstrong and I'm gonna put his last name. Christian Lundgaard. Lundgaard. I don't know how you say. McCarlin is a completely rookie lineup with Yuki Tsunado and Jihan Deravala. Campos Racing, we have Jack Aiken and Willem Samia. I deeply apologize if I miss say these names. For Shara's Racing System, we have Luis Detrez and Pedro Pique. For MP Motorsports, we have Nobuo Masasushi. Uh, Masasushi. Oh, okay, whatever. Um, and Felipe Dragovic. For HWA Race Lab, we have Anton Maklov and Guerland Lazy. For Prema Racing, we have Mick Schumacher and Robert Schwartzman. Trident, we have Roy Nassani and Marino Sato. For High Tech Grand Prix, we have Iktika Mazpin and Luca Giotto. As F2, then we go to F3, which also announced a full. Well, I don't know about full, but did announce the drivers. So, racing, we have almost a full rookie lineup. We have Oscar Pastre, Frederick Vasti, and Logan Sargent. High Tech GP, we have Max Vetwell, Liam Lawson, and Dennis Hugger. ART GP, we have Theo Porchari and Alexander Somla and Sebastian Fernandez. Trident, Laram Zendeli, Delvin Francesco, and Ollie Cadwell, a rookie. HWA Race Lab, we have Enzo Fittipaldi, Jake Hughes, and Jack Duhan, or Dohan, whatever. MP Motorsports, we have Richard Rashar, Bent Vesca, and Lucas Dunner. Janez Motorsports, Callan Williams, Federico Malavisti, and Mattia Nannini. Stars Racing System, Nico Kari, Igor Fraga, and David Schumacher. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, yeah. Carl and Buzz Racing, we have Clement Novalak, Inam Ahmed, and Cameron Daz. It's a full rookie lineup. And for Campos Racing, we have Alex Peroni, Lacey Del Dia, and Sophia Flourish. Too much reading, too much. And also, for F3 news, race 2 changes for 2020. I didn't really read it, so I just saw. I was like, okay, that's gonna be pretty interesting. So it says two major changes will be introduced from the start of the 2020 F3 campaign in the sporting regulations that will impact race 2. First of all, the first 10 finishes from race 1 will now start race 3 in reverse order. So drivers who finish in the top 10 will be reversed. This means the drivers who finish 10th in the Saturday race will start from the reverse pole on Sunday, while P9 will start from P2, P8 from P3 all the way to the race winner, starting from 10th on race 2. So I don't think so. Nothing will change in 11th, like 11th to 20th, or 11th to like 24th, 26th. I can't remember. Moreover, the number of positions eligible to score points on a race has been increased to the top 10 drivers. The points for the first 5 positions will remain unaltered. 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, with P6 now earning 5 points, 7th for 8th, 3, 9th, 9th, 2, and 10th, 1. The one race will not change. finishes will first be seen in round one, which will take place in Sakhir, Bahrain, March 20th to 22nd. That's pretty interesting, even though not really, but hey, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's start off with the next news, which we go over to IndyCar. Fernando Alonso to race for McLaren. Yeah, there he is right there. To race for McLaren. Also, I also need to talk about Spencer Pigot. Spencer Pigot will race for Rahal and Langan Racing, and Hinchcliffe will join NBC. This is it. So, Alonso and our McLaren SP committed to Indy 500. We all thought that it wasn't going to happen because, of course, McLaren left. Well, of course, Alonso left McLaren as an ambassador. So, and look, and here he is again. Um, let's look over here. Drivers Oliver Ascu and Pato Alonso competing in the number 66 Roth Mortgage Arrow McLaren SP Chevrolet. So I think he'll only compete in the so he'll do sixth race. I think he will only do the Indy 500. Yeah, so he'll only do the Indy 500 and that's it. Now let's get over to MotoGP, and this is where we're going to talk about testing. So testing is all done, and I'm still very new to this. I do not know where I'm going. Okay. Here. I'm sorry if I do butchers any of these names. I will only go down to the top 10 for each of them, and then you can just look at the rest. So session 1 it was Alex Rins, then Johan Mir, Maverick Vanellas, Danilo Petrucci, I don't know, help me. Franco Morbidelli, Marc Marquez, Valentino Rossi, Fabio Quartararo, I don't know, Francesco Bagania, and Alex Espargo rounds out the top 10. So basically, Yamaha just swept all of the sessions. Then for session 2, we have Fabio Quartararo, Alex Rins, Maverick Vanellas, Franco Morbidelli, Francesco Bagania, Johan Zacco, John Mir, Andrea Yep, there goes my headset again. um, Andrea Devoso, Valentino Rossi, and Taka Nakagami rounds out the top 10. And for the last session, I don't know what those P means. I don't know what those are. I think personal best. I think we have Maverick Vanellis, topping the timesheets, and Franco Morbidelli, Alex Rins, Fabio Quartararo, Jackie Miller, Jean Mir, Marc Marquez, Taki Nakagami, Brand Binder, and Andrea Devosia rounds out the top 10. So that's MotoGP. And then go to NASCAR with quite a lot of NASCAR news, I'll be honest. Um, so the first one, Auto Club Speedway drivers actually to pay tribute to Kobe Bryant. Total of I think 4 drivers will pay tribute to him. So Ryan Blaney will do a paint scheme on body armor. I do not know how I can see. Okay, so the paint schemes. So and also William Byron as well. So that's going to be the 24. Daniel Hemrick. Daniel Hemrick. Tyler Reddick will also have a little number, a little Kobe Bryant tribute as well. Okay, so the number 8, then Kobe Bryant, then when I was born, then his death. Um, so that's Ryan Blaney's paint scheme, the body armor, as apparently Kobe Bryant was, I think, a part of body armor, or sponsor, I can't remember. And Ryan Blaney is very close to them, and so they're going to pay a little tribute to Bryant and the 24 William Byron as well. I think. See, and it's the 24 the number of. Well, I don't really follow basketball, so if someone can please actually correct me. But something about this one, there. Something about the 24 is really big in basketball. Is it Kobe Bryant's number? I think so. I think it is. I don't really know. Hang on. Oh, number. Yeah, number 24. Okay. Number 8 and. Okay, number 8 and 24. Okay. That's why. Quickly search that up. Daniel Suarez will also have gloves. So shoes and gloves. As a paying tribute to Kobe Bryant as well. Next, three teams that are fined for lug nuts. I need to actually check where the fuck that is. Where is it? Where's the God dang, I should have. Ah. Okay. Oh, god dang it. I can't find the news, but three teams that were fined for lug nuts. Hang on. I can't find it. God dang it. Anyways, after that disappointment, let's just ignore that. The next one, Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson to take Harvick's challenge. So if you don't know, over on Twitter, Harvick and also in the owner of Gander Santos Truck Series, did Gander Outdoors, they both bounty a 50k to the first driver to beat Kyle Busch in the Truck Series. Elliott and Larson both actually answered the call, and they'll be both racing for GMS Racing. Elliott, Chase Elliott will be racing in Atlanta, while Larson will be racing in Homestead. The first was from Marquez Lamanol, Lamans, or Laman. I don't know. The 100k. Then first was Elliott, who actually accepted the challenge for GMS Racing, and then Kyle Larson will be racing at Homestead for GMS Racing. Those two are going to work together. I think it's also to the first driver um, to actually beat Kyle Busch in the Truck Series, because he's actually won 7 times in a row when he raced in Truck Series, which actually has been going on since 2018, and it's still going on. It's crazy. I don't know how, but it's crazy. Anyways, it's a bit of something that not really people really know, but you know FaZe Clan, right? Um, yeah, you know FaZe Clan. Just trying to find. Well, so Basically, FaZe Clan will be on the car for Anthony Alfredo. I don't think it's on the website, so I have to oh wait, is that Matt Snyder or is that Alfredo? Oh no, not Snyder. Yeah, it's Snyder. Ah, here we go. Here's a good. So, yeah, little FaZe Clan logo there. We'll be sponsoring Anthony Alfredo. There's also something about some TikTok star also sponsoring David Starr. I can't be bothered to touch on that because you know me and TikTok. You just ugh. Anyway, so so we're gonna go now to VA Supercars, and this is a pretty big one. First, yeah, James Courtney after one event, two races. James Courtney was split with Team Sydney. This came out in a surprise. It was only like I'm gonna say 2 hours ago. I was just checking on more news just to, if I need to cover any of them. Yeah, I do. I need to cover on James Courtney splitting uh to split with Team Sydney. So the 2010 Pacific Car champ will be splitting with James. Will be splitting with Team Sydney immediately. Um, so I'm very surprised. Right? So he said on Facebook, also on Instagram and Twitter, I think. He said, "I've just announced that I've just announced that I've stepped back from Team Sydney affected immediately. As we haven't been able to agree on the way forward, I've now decided to depart the team, and I wish Team Sydney all the best for the future. I haven't got any plans in place, so I can't really comment anymore at the moment. But I think he'll still be with Boost Mobile. But that's a pretty big bombshell. James Courtney leaves Team Sydney. I don't know why. Something about maybe something about like agreement couldn't just well, I literally says it right there. Agreement couldn't be met, so he has decided to effectively leave Team Sydney. Searching out to WEC, which will be the first time I'll be actually talking about them. So of course I think we'll be talking about loans. So the results of the loans. Like I need to actually loan of the Lone Star Lamar. So here it is. So the Rebellion Racing team actually won that. With Bruno Senna. Some of these I don't really know, so I need to like. Okay, I should know. I would just say for like the last name. So Senna, uh, Menez, and Nato. They both won. So they all won for Rebellion Racing. Then it was the Toyota Gazoo, the double Toyota Gazoo Racing number 8, number 7, with Wemi, Nakajimi, and Hartley in number 8, and then Conway, Kobayashi, and Lopez in number 7. And then for the LMP2 class, it was United Autosports. Um, one so you know it was won by United Autosports number 22, with Hansen, Albuquerque, and DeResta. Then the Jackie Chan DC Racing number 37 with Tung, Aubrey, and Stevens. And then Jotun number 38 with Gonzalez, Felix Acosta, and Davison. Full Racing number 42 with Lafray, Bolga, and Cogni. Racing Team Netherlands number 29 with Van Erd, Van der Gaard, and De Vries. So I think that'll be the top. Yeah, so that'd be top 5 right there. Here's the other LMP2 cars. Dragon Speed did really bad. For the GT, the GTLM, I think it's GTLM. And let me check. Oh, sorry. So yeah, so LMGTE Pro, so GT Pro basically. So that was won by the Aston Martin Racing number 95, driven by Sorensen and Thim. Then the Porsche GTT number 92, driven by Christensen and Erti. Then the number 50, and then the number 51 AF Corsa, driven by Calado and Perguidi. Then the other Aston Martin Racing number 97, driven by Lynn and Martin. Then the other AF course number 71, driven by Regan and Molini. Sorry, Molini. Core Racing did pretty bad. Rockenfeller did pretty bad. Now we'll go to the top 5 of the GTAM class. We have TF. So the number 90 TF Sport Aston Martin. Won with Yolok, Eastwood, and Adam. And then the other Aston Martin Racing. They actually came second. Won by with Delana, Turner, and Gwyn. There's a Porsche GT team. That's the other one. Team Project One Porsche came in third with Profiti, Hora, and Colorai. Then the AF Corsa came in fourth place, number 83, Ferrari. With Perdo, Collard, and Nielsen. And then Dempsey Proton Racing number 77 Porsche came in 5th place with Reed, Perda, and Campbell. And there's the others, and that is the Lone Star results. Next one, it is the entries for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. So those have all been revealed. Come on. Okay. These are the LMP1 class. So the LMP1s we have the 2 Rebellion Racing, and then we have Team LNT. It's pretty interesting, which also has so these are the drivers below it. Robertson and Simpson for Team LNT. Then we have of course the reign champs of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, Toyota Gazoo Racing, number 7, number 8 with the same 2 drivers. For LMP2, it's a bit bigger, but not really. We have the Euro International Gibson and the Dragon Speed Orca Gibson. That was the Ligier. Then the United Autosports and number 22 with an Orca and Gibson. Nielsen Racing with an Orca and Gibson. Oh god, how am I supposed to say this? The Algarve Pro Racing with an Orca and Gibson. G Drive Racing with an RS and Gibson. I think all these are Gibsons. And the rest are Orcas. IDEC Sport and Racing Team Netherlands. Which also actually continues down here. All these are Gibsons. Quantity Team, Panis Racing, another United Autosports, High Class Racing, Inter Europol Competition, actually with a Ligier Gibson, including the Eurostar Motorsport also with the Ligier Gibson with Van Gisbergen in the wheel. That's interesting. And then the Sinatec Alpine Elf with an Alpine Gibson. Jackie Chan GC Racing was an Orca Gibson. Also continues on P2. We have Jota with the Orca Gibson, CO24 Haas by Graf, Cool Racing, Orca Gibson, Thunder Carlin Racing. Okay, didn't know Carlin was going to be in it with a Delara Gibson. The Statila Racing with a Delara Gibson, Performance Tech Orca Gibson, Rick Ware racing with a Riley Gibson. Richie Moore Racing Team with an Orca Gibson. Interesting. Rick Ware races in it, including Carlin. I didn't know Carlin was going to be in it. Now we go to the LMGTE Pro. So we have the AF Corsa Ferrari, the Corvette Racing Chevrolet. Actually, both of them is number 63 and 64. Both AF Corsa Ferraris. The Rizzi Competizione Ferrari. The three Porsche GTs. 91, 92, 93 all of them Porsche GT RSR 19. Excuse me. And then we have another Porsche, so four Porsches, and then we have two Aston Martin Racings, Vantage AMR. Now we have the LMGT EAM class, the AF Corsa, two AF Corsas, Ferraris, the two Team Project Ones Porsches, one Lyric Racing Ferrari, Red River Sport Ferrari, WeatherTech Racing Ferrari, MR Racing Ferrari. Interesting. Japanese. Kessel Racing Ferrari, the Dempsey Proton Racing Porsche, the Hub Autosport Ferrari. Interesting, from Taiwan. Really, damn. Gear Racing Ferrari, another AF Corsa, Iron Lynx Ferrari, Golf Racing Porsche, the LMW Motorsport Ferrari, another Dempsey Proton Racing, TF Sport Aston Martin, another Aston Martin Racing, and another Dempsey Proton Racing. So those are the innovative part of the world premiere, the Association SRT 41. I don't know if he's gonna be racing. I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. All these cars, so these are going to be the reserve cars. I think these are going to be like just in case if a car can't qualify. So we have the number 55 Spirit of Racer Ferrari, the Bikers Racing Team. I think that's a LMP1 car. Gibson, the iDeck Sport Orca Gibson, the high class racing Orca Gibson, the Proton Competition Porsche, Dragon Speed, and another Dragon Speed, Orca Gibson. Wait, that was wait. Okay, so that wasn't okay. That's interesting. So Dragon Speed may not be actually in the Le Mans, which is surprising. We have Iron Lynx, another Iron Lynx, another inter Europol competition, another Team Project One Porsche, and a D Station Racing Aston Martin. So I think that's it for the Le Mans cars. So those are like the whole the list of them. We don't know everyone is going to be in it, but at least we know the teams, so that's good. I think that's sort of like 60 something. I don't know. I don't know how much it is. But hey, I can't be bothered to count. So those are the entry lists for Le Mans. Now we go to WRX, the last bit of news in the stream for Motorsport. Um, this is it. The World RX expands TV coverage of Sport One and One Now deals. I didn't really like, read all of this. I could be bothered, dude. So basically, WRX will be broadcast live full on Sport One platform throughout the 2020 season. with a multi-year deal over 33 million households throughout Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Coverage will also appear on the Sport One um, DE digital channel. A separate agreement has also been so a separate agreement will also feature in the Austrian OTT platform A1 now. Only for I think it's only for Austria. I don't really know. The agreement with Sport One and Arrow now extends a World RX broadcast audience, which had a global reach of 650 million in 160 territories in 2019, spanning Asia Pacific, Africa, and the Middle East, the Americans, and Europe. So, in addition, the appeal of World RX among digital audience continues to grow, um, bolstered by live streaming with drew 530k viewers on average over a race weekend, a rise of 30% on 2018. So World RX is rising in viewership, which of course is really really good. All right, so that's it for me, and I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming again on Monday. So watch out for that stream. I don't know what's gonna be. Maybe all most likely Overwatch to be honest, but can be other games. Like if I really want to play Roblox, I can play Roblox or some other game. Maybe I don't know. I still don't know about Rainbow Six, and yeah, that's kind of it really. So that's it for me. Catch you on next time. Goodbye.